Hello. The video you are about to see was recorded like last month. I'm just too insecure to post anything. So here we are. Hi, I'm Tracy K, and today I'm eating canned bread because I too watched Spongebob as a youngin.
Successful artist. I ate canned bread because my band friends bullied me into it. They didn't really bully me. I ate canned bread because I'm also from New England, and that's where the bread's from. And I ate canned bread because I just want to know what it tasted like. It tasted like cigarette butts.
Okay. So before I get into the bread, before I get into the footage that was recorded so long ago, I'm gonna answer the questions that no one asked. 1. Yes, I am like Squidward, because I am depressed and a struggling artist, just like everyone else, alright? 2. No, my band friends did not bully me. They never bullied me. They will never bully me because they're my friends. Literally, the premise for this video came up from somebody posting a picture of canned bread in a group chat and me being like, 1, that's cursed, and 2, I'm gonna make a video and eat it on that video. I volunteered myself, so no one bullied me. I bullied myself, essentially. 3, B&M, the brand that makes this canned bread, claims that this is New England's finest bread, and I'm New England's finest biped. And the fact that Squidward Tentacles even knows about this would make Squidward New England's only hexaped, because I don't think squids naturally spawn in the Northeast region. Spawn? And that, I guess, would further emphasize point A, 1, that I am just like Squidward, okay? And my last reason for eating canned bread is I believe it is my right as a born and raised New Englander to try it, so I bought it on eBay. So I answered the why. But what is canned bread? The bread inside of the can is Boston brown bread. It's an old-fashioned bread made with molasses that gets put in a can and steamed. Steamed? Okay, I thought it was weird that anyone would steam a bread, okay? But back in the day, ovens were few and far between. So yeah, I guess it makes sense that some people would have to just steam their bread. I also may be from New England, but I've never heard of brown bread before. Like, it's supposedly a big thing. According to the internet, New Englanders get real nostalgic about it, to the point where they make DIY recipes of making brown bread in mason jars. Which, like, now that I think about it, makes me feel like I should have done like a Claire Makes style video. It's too late for that now. So that's it for the intro. Let's get into that footage, huh? So as you can see, I have the canned bread. I was thinking I was gonna cook it in prepare it in a couple of ways, a few ways actually. But there's the original, and then there's raisin. And I also haven't eaten today, and it's like 3 o'clock, so let's get going. Yo, bro. It's not opening. It's not even budget. Alright, I'll just get the other side out. Which end do I do? Raw bread taste test. Some of the flavor of this type of bread is just not it for me. Hey, there we go. Just gotta fist it. A little bit of residue in the can. Open up. So let's get some of this sliced up. It's kind of interesting, like, having it in a round like this. Like, most of the bread I get is kind of in a, I don't know, there's not really a name for the shape, it's just the shape of bread. It's like that, you know, that little shape. Alright, I'm gonna butt in real quick right here. Apparently there is a name for that shape of bread, you know, that shape. There's a type of bread called the Pullman. It's named after a railway company because they created a pan that, like, bakes bread on all four sides. And it is, like, the most popular form of sandwich bread. However, they only call it the Pullman because they created that, like, top. There's, like, a sliding surface so that it can bake on all four sides. But that's just for, like, square bread, like, kind of like Wonder Bread. So I guess it doesn't really account for the bread that people have been making for ages and ages. So I guess I butted in for nothing. I'm not good at cutting bread. I'll let the public know that. This one is really stuck to the can. The sides keep getting, like, stuck to the can, and then I'm, like, pushing in the middle. That's, like, just making it more dense. This is gonna come out looking so busted. Oh, wow. Wow. It just broke off. That's kind of sad. But yeah, look at the breads. Look at the breads. We got original, and then we got raisin. So I read somewhere that the traditional way to eat brown bread is with baked beans and franks. And today, I will not be eating it that way because I did my research long after I filmed it. So that's what you get, not that. Instead, I'm going to prepare the bread in 4 different ways. Probably the 4 ways that you're probably not supposed to eat this bread, but whatever. I've got, like, all forms of a Punnett square's worth of toast, untoast versus buttered and unbuttered with the normal and the raisin brown bread. I've got an over easy egg sandwich, a grilled cheese, and a PB&J. So that's what I will be eating in this video and reviewing for this video. Not the traditional brown bread way of eating brown bread. Alright, now, since I told you what I'm going to be making, let's see what my honest thoughts on the bread were. Shall we? We shall? Okay, let's go. Okay, time to dig in and to give you my honest opinion. What's in this? Water, whole wheat flour, molasses, dextrose, whole grain rye flour, not rye bread, whey, germinated yellow cornmeal, baking soda, buttermilk, salt, corn oil, add the trivial amount of fat and cholesterol. That's it. Well, at least I know I'm not gonna, like, die. So this one right now is a untoasted, unbuttered raisin. It's fine. It's just kind of like a lot unbuttered, toasted. Now it was weird because when I toasted this bread, it, like, didn't really toast, like, not in a traditional sense. When it came out, it was kind of like a little bit puckered. And it was also harder to cut. So I think whatever the preservatives are in here makes it just, like, kind of congeal more so to itself. And it gives it, like, a rougher texture. It's not, like, crunchy or crispy or anything. Like, it's got a little bit of a crunch, but it's mostly just, like, harder bread. Normal, untoasted, no butter. You know, it's fine. Normal, toasted. So you have to, like, kind of rip it out of my mouth. I feel like I almost burned this one. Tastes like burned, but not like burned. So it's supposed to be toasted, but I don't think I recommend this toasted at all. I'll do normal with butter, untoasted. It's the same butter. I don't know what else I can say on that. That was the toasted with butter. Also, it's just the same with butter. Okay. We got raisin toasted with butter. That toast was the least offensive. I didn't have to like pull on the bread. But it's not toast, it's not crunchy, crispy. It's just kind of like an encrusted bread. Raisin with butter. I'm just trying to get through this because I don't want to get full before eating it all. And this is a lot of bread, I'm not wasting all of it. Why do I do this to myself? Okay, got an egg sandwich. You know, I prepared it in a way that I would actually eat it on a semi-regular basis, which is, you know, an over easy egg with buttered toast. I wonder if this is gonna taste good with this bread. Definitely not the bread I would choose to eat with eggs. The flavor of the bread kind of dissolves with the egg. Like, I don't really taste the bread when I'm eating this egg sandwich. It can either be because my brain is blocking out the flavor of this bread because I've had so much of it in one go. Could be because I oversalted the egg. Or it could just be an element of the bread. I don't know. Moving on to a grilled cheese. I grilled some cheese inside the bread. It wasn't good on the pan to cook with. That's grilled cheese, for sure. It's just like the flavors are everywhere. I don't really taste the cheese. The bread, I think, was overdone. I mean, putting it on the pan like that gave it a whole new flavor. Okay, so on the raisin bread, PB&J. It's weird because, like, when you add other elements to the bread, it's like the flavor of the bread goes away. I don't know where it goes, but it's just like not as upfront. That's all I got. I'm freaking full, but let me prove to you that I'm not wasting everything. The grilled cheese is going, but PB&J, pretty good. It'll be a late night snack tonight. Now, if I'm being honest, like honestly, I don't think I was very honest when I was giving my initial reviews of the bread. For one thing, I never ate the rest of that PB&J sandwich. I threw that in the garbage the next day because I left it in the fridge wrapped in that paper towel, and the bread hardened overnight, and I didn't want to eat hard bread, so I tossed it. It was disgusting. Also, when I shot this, I was starving. I hadn't eaten all day, and that was the only thing I had eaten all day. So obviously I was gonna be kind. I wasn't gonna be like, oh, this bread sucks ass, even though, like, without that bread, I probably would have starved that day. That's probably untrue. I would have eaten something else. But, you know, it's like, I had to be grateful for at least getting some nourishment after not being fed for a long time because I was neglectful. So, there's that. I also didn't want to waste the money that I had spent on the bread. I like, wanted to feel good about my purchases. So maybe that's why I was like, oh, it's not that bad. No, it was actually good. Like, I wanted to justify spending, what was it, like almost 20 bucks, maybe more than 20 bucks on eBay for bread, for canned bread, for bread that I've never eaten before, for a joke, for this video, for a joke. A couple days later, when my roommate tried a piece, they said that it tasted like cigarette butts. And I said, you know, I was getting an off flavor from this bread, and that's exactly what that flavor is. And so we just threw the rest of the bread out. What are my final thoughts, huh? Is that what you're asking me? Okay. In conclusion, if you like cigarette butts, then this bread is for you. If you don't, then don't buy this bread. I'm just kidding. Maybe, I don't know, like, maybe you don't buy the canned version of this bread that, like, B&M sells. Maybe just go grab a mason jar and try making this stuff yourself. If you want brown bread so bad, you know? If you want brown bread so bad, you gotta make the brown bread yourself. I don't know. I'm yelling. I had a joke before that was like, oh, I guess the only time you eat canned bread is like during an apocalypse, and I would like look out the window, notice that an apocalypse was happening, because it is, and be like, well, I guess everyone should buy this bread. But I really don't condone this behavior. I don't condone the buying of this canned bread behavior. I give this bread a rating of 0. Just, it's not out of anything, it's just 0. Because also, a 0 out of anything is 0. 0 divided by any number is 0. So that's my rating. It's 0. This bread sucks. That's it. This is the video. Shout out to Kenneth Gorlick's descendants, and I'm not talking about the real Kenneth Gorlick, Kenny G. I'm talking about my band friends from high school. That's the group chat we have. If you're not in it, get jealous. I don't know what energy I'm on right now, but shout out to them. I'm never gonna eat that bread again unless I make it myself, and if you want me to make it, maybe leave a comment. If you like the video, like the video. If you want to subscribe to the channel, maybe subscribe to my channel. I will not be making more bread content though. You will have to be looking for something else. I mean, October is around the corner, so maybe look out for some October type content, if you know what I mean. If you know what I mean, if you can take a look at what I did last year on October, you can get a hint of what I'm hinting at, okay? I'm gonna leave it there. I'm chaotic.